I have tons of fabric scraps on my table, and today I am going to make this fun little fabric tag with some lovely, pretty, colourful die cuts and a nice neutral cluster. Please do stay with me as I create another very simple page for today's prompt, which is 30 and it's fabric. Hi everyone, welcome to Hilltop View Journals. Today I'm going to be doing Junk Journal January 2025 and it's day 30. We are 2 days away from the end of this challenge and I'm just so pleased that I've had so many people coming along with me on this journey. So today what I thought I'd do is take advantage of what I've got in my journal. I've only actually got 2 pages left, which is great, which means I don't have to add any more pages. So I'm going to use this background, make the most of it. I'm going to use a very simple tag. Now I'm using these ones because they're just easier and quicker to use, but by all means use any type of backing that you've got to create a tag if you want to follow along. I've also got some die cuts here which I purchased from Etsy, and they are really pretty, and I thought I'd try and keep in with the watercolour I've got on this side so that the page spread looks a little cohesive. And then I've got a bag full of scraps here, that fabric scraps that I am hoping to use up a little bit today, and then I will carry on maybe doing some mass making for future projects. So that's what I'm going to use today. So if you want to grab your supplies, we'll get on with the show. So I'm thinking about putting the fabric scraps across my tag and just making a really simple tag out of fabric. You could actually do this without having a backing, but I think I would prefer to have the support really. So I'm just going to audition some pieces. I mean, I really like that. So I think that would be really nice on the bottom there. So I'm going to just start cutting fabric and just layering it up. I'll probably use glue stick just to put the fabric in place, and then when it's dry I can stitch around it, just to give that overall finish. You don't have to stitch at all, but you would need to have a decent amount of glue. And bear in mind when you're using fabric like this, what's your backing of the tag looking like, because obviously with some fabric you'll be able to see what's behind, especially if it's lightweight or see-through. I'm still in my shall we say neutral mood, which is good. It's good that it's lasted more than a couple of days. Normally I change my colour mood daily, which becomes a bit difficult then when you're doing a project that's maybe thematic and you go off it, and that's why I think I just keep on starting new journals all the time. So at this stage I have no idea how I want this tag to look. I'm just thinking, wouldn't having strips of fabric look pretty? That's about as much planning as I've done for this. So we'll keep going and we'll see what we come up with. It's a shame to cover this, but I don't think that will work on top of fabric. I'm probably going to have to do something like put an eyelet or something in it. And I've got all manner of different fabrics here. I'm just trying to alternate it to create some kind of interest. Oh, I think that's quite nice. I don't know at this stage if I'm going to need some kind of focal element on it. We'll have to see when we put it against the the journal. Right, what can I do as the final piece? Can I? No, it's not good enough. And if you are taking part in the challenge, please let me know in the comments what you're doing for today's prompt. I'd love to know. I mean, it's a great prompt. You've got loads of different ideas. I mean, you could basically make anything on your page out of fabric. So I think it's really nice to have that option. And of course you could go wild with the colours, not like me, doing completely neutral. And I'm happy with that. I mean, you could mix and match, you know, you can go the other way. Do whatever sort of looks nice to you, really. But this is what I fancy. So I'm going to sort of slip that out there and just get some glue stick. And I think this would look really nice with some book pages or music paper as well. So don't feel like you have to do the whole thing with fabric. You can certainly mix and match. As long as you've got a little bit of fabric, I think, on the page. I think that meets the criteria of the prompt. But then just do you. So I'm just loosely putting this on now. I'll try and concentrate the glue so that it's in the middle rather than on the sides, so that it doesn't mess up my already stroppy sewing machine. And as I'm going along, I think I'm changing the direction of this anyway. So you can add quite a bit of interest and texture by the way that you layer the fabric. What goes on top, what goes underneath. You can have quite a bit of fun. So I think I might put this one there. Actually running out of space. So my fabric is going to make this tag bigger than the actual base, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. I'm going to pop this now over to the sewing machine to get these in place, and then have a look at what size I want to cut the tag. So it's looking very messy, but I'm going to trim it now. As you can see, look at the state of the sewing. I don't know what my sewing machine is doing, but I'm just going to trim the edges first, just to see what it looks like. So I think it would be better to trim that off. So there we go. That's a very neutral style of tag. I'm going to leave that for a minute. I'll probably do that at the end. So that's what it looks like on the page. So what I did is I did stitch down some of the edges, even though it's gone a little bit skew-iff there, but yeah, you can see my stitching wasn't very straight. So what I was thinking of doing now was adding some of these really pretty elements on the background. So you could use die cuts, you could do your own watercolour doodles, you could fussy cut from digital kits, any pattern, or you could put just a piece of background paper on here, anything really that you like. But I want to use up some of these die cuts because I've had them forever and a day. And so what I was thinking of doing, I don't know if this is going to work, but this would be stuck in. And then I was going to kind of put these so that they were overlapping somehow. But I don't think it'll work like that, so I'm going to have to lose some of them. And I might need another one perhaps. No, I don't quite want that. Let's try it this way. No, that's definitely not going to work. So this definitely works on this side. I've got this one as well, but it's kind of, I think it's kind of looping the wrong way. Didn't come loose there. No, it's going to have to be one of these smaller ones. And I think possibly I might then need something on the middle there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little bead of glue where I want these to overlap the tag so that they are in place. But if need be, I can always take them off. And what I can do is I can trim off the excess here so that I don't actually lose anything. So I may be able to use that little bit somewhere else perhaps. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. I like the way that's gone, but I need to find something maybe to put here, I think. And I'm not very good at thinking on my feet. That might work. Right, I'm going to have a play with a few little elements and see what I come up with and come back on camera, I think. So I've auditioned a few ideas, and you know, I could have something like a flower like this, which is really nice and pretty. I got this one as well, which is really pretty. I do like that. I think that would work there, okay? Or maybe there. I found a pink button, but that's quite bulky. But I think I'll keep with the neutral. And what I've done is I've just put some tiny bits of paper here. So I've got a tiny bit of doily, a little bit of embossed paper. Yeah, embossed paper. I've got a bit of sewing pattern paper, which I thought kind of went with the fabric prompt. So that's there. And then just this little paper flower. If I had a fabric flower to suit, I would use it, but I don't think I've got one small enough. So I was thinking of just popping that there like that. No, my fabric ones are way too big. So I'm going to go with that, I think. I'm quite happy with that. So the first thing I need to do is stick this little bit together. And I'm just going to use my glue stick. So I think there's some nice contrasting shades of neutral going on there. And then I'm going to pop that to the side. My back is looking quite messy. But you could cover that if you wanted this to sort of slip in. This could slip into a pocket quite nicely and be a whole piece like that. But the other thing I suppose is you could journal on the back of this as well if it was if you decorated the back. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to pop this in place and get the prompt done so that I can edit the video for you guys and get it up on YouTube. So that's going to go like that. So I've got to do the hole there and put something in it, and I don't know whether I need to add anything on the background, and I'm thinking partly no, because I think it does give a nice backdrop to the tag. If I went ahead and did some fabric layers or something, it maybe might detract it, whereas as it is now, it's quite a nice background. So I'm not going to fuss around and do things I don't need to do. I think you've got to get to that stage, haven't you, where you just got to sometimes get the prompt done, even though every time I stop myself and then I think, oh, but that would look pretty there, or maybe that would look pretty there, or maybe I could add that there and that would tie it in, or maybe put that there. I think that would look nice, actually. I might do that. Okay, so let's punch a hole. I'm surprised I get any projects done at the rate I'm so indecisive. And I'm going to find an eyelet. Oh, try and be on camera here a little bit. I quite like that I can still see the paper ring there in the background. It's quite nice. And I need to find a little tie. Now I don't have a pink. I don't have pink. I've got that colour. I think I'll stick with the neutral. See how that looks. I've always got in mind how I don't want to bulk this up anymore. So now I have got this little piece, and I did want to use that. When I spotted it, I thought, oh, I could use that. And I have got these fabric flowers, but I don't really want the yellow. I know that's being fussy, but I don't think the yellow will go. Now, where could I put this that would look okay? Yeah, that does look nice there, doesn't it? Let's pop that down. See if I can glue it with some glue stick. That gives this page a little bit more texture, I think. Okay, and then this is going to go like that, and I need to sort out my prompt label as ever. It's very exciting to be at this stage. Oh, we're nearly finished. And I will be quite relieved. One, because I will have made it. And two, because I'm so running out of ideas. And I'm running out of space as well in this journal. Because it's certainly a chunky mama. And getting more and more difficult to work in. Which I think is a sign of a good junk journal. I don't know what you think, but to me that is a good sign. Right, don't know where I'm going to put that. I think I'll put it down there. And so let's put this. Of course, you don't have to glue the tag in place. You could easily create, well, you could create a belly band, you could create a little tuck spot, a little pocket. This could be flipping, you know, you just have a play with it, really. I'm happy to glue it in. And then the decision is made. And I know that little thing's going to come off at some point. They always do. I want to try and give these a little bit of stability. I think that's quite stable enough on that side. I think I'll pop that there. And shall we add a little bit there? Oh, I think I will. Let's live dangerously. There. Okay, so that is my prompt for, or that is my page for prompt number 30, which is fabric. I hope you enjoyed this. It's another very quick and easy page spread, just making use of some, like a very simple tag shape and just decorating it with fabric and then adding some colourful elements on top of a neutral background. So I hope you've enjoyed this, everybody, and I looking forward to seeing who is next up on the list and also catching up on some of the videos which I've missed. Please do check out my description box, which gives details of all the collaborators in Junk Journal January and a link to the playlist as well, just in case you've missed any. And please join me for the final prompt tomorrow, which is letter, and I look forward to seeing you then. See you soon. Bye-bye.
I've been so selfish and made you believe that you're not good enough, but you're all I need. I take you places that you've never been. I would give you the world if you let me try again. Yeah, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll try my best to always be there.